First person I called when I got the injury was my girlfriend and mum and dad. I think everyone thought that I'd come off with concussion, so if only it was concussion I would have been happy, but yeah. Just about to head down to Sydney. Girlfriend Zoe's going to drive me down. Obviously I can't drive, so a bit nervous for the surgery. I've never had surgery before. Everyone says that you don't remember much, so can't wait to get under the knife and get out of there.
We've got the scans back from Mitch Pearce, and unfortunately it's, as we suspected, from what we see on the scans, we're still looking at about 12 to 14 weeks.
Oh no, Mitchell Pearce, he is done for the night.
I've been really lucky with injuries. I haven't had too many, and I can't really complain.
You know, with those sorts of guys who are ultra competitive, they always tend to look on the positive side of things and how hard can I work to get back. So that's been our talk over the last 24 hours. You know, Mitch has rung me and texted me a few times.
Going into the surgery, all I really remember is putting the little mosquito hat thing you put over your head, beautiful pyjamas on, and then I remember counting to 5, 4, 3, and then boom, I was out. First couple of nights I'd roll over at sort of 2 in the morning and then 5 in the morning. It was a bit of a scattered sleep, but the pain only sort of lasted 10 days or so. I was back to normal.
It was Junior's job to control the young blokes, you know, so he didn't give them a chance that they didn't deserve it, and it's obviously going to be very hard to replace in the shorter term.
I got hold of Toops and Boydie Cordner. I actually spoke to Sonny Bill Williams as well, who had a similar injury, so just tried to pick the brains of a few of those guys and try and find some miracle to get you back, but unlucky. Unfortunately, there's no miracle. A few of the boys had some good advice on different diet things and some different massage techniques and that type of stuff. Yeah, 3 weeks out of surgery, it's recovered really well. I feel pretty weak in the old shoulder. It's lost a bit of muscle, but the healing's gone really well. I've seen the specialist and he's happy with it, so basically just going to slowly start getting back into a bit of weights and get back to the big man I am.
Anytime you have any player come back from a longer term injury, it's great to see them back. When you have your sort of number one player and your halfback coming back, obviously it even has more significance, and obviously very mindful that you don't want to do too much too early, but you also want them to start to show that they're going to be able to play sooner rather than later. So it's an exciting time for the whole club, you know, because I think Junior being on the field gives a lot of confidence to a lot of other people.
It's a really frustrating period for the first 3 weeks, just not being able to do too much weights, running, or even socialising with the team. Just had the sling on for the first month, but back running now, a bit of weights, and as hard as it is watching the boys play, it's all part of footy, and you just got to trust the process of the recovery. Like any injury, when you haven't used the muscle for a while, your mind creates fear, so to protect the injury. Same as anything that happens in our lives. You obviously have that little bit of worry and hesitation, but muscle memory comes back really quickly, and then it's just about rebuilding the muscle and then the fitness base, so that when you come back, you're fitter and stronger than you were when you left.
Mitch is in a fabulous place. You know, we up the ante his weights. He's 7 weeks. You know, he's in the gym doing 3 upper body light sessions. The other arm's certainly lifting a lot heavier weights, but on that affected side, he's doing something which is a positive thing.
Watching footy with the coaches, been lucky enough to get for Brownie to get me up there and trust me to have me in the coach's box.
He's been in all the home games and even a couple of away games, but it's a good, Junior can offer a bit himself. He's been a very experienced player. He's achieved so much, so he can certainly offer a little bit, but he can also learn a lot.
I've learned heaps watching the games from the sideline. As a halfback especially, you see it from a different perspective. It's not you out there running the show, it's you picking up on things that you might miss off the ball.
Him and KP never played together before, so he can actually watch KP and look how KP needs to get the ball most efficiently, and obviously he's already got a decent little combination with Connor, so I think that's a real key for him in this period.
Yeah, one of the main reasons I came to Newcastle was to be a part of the rebuilding and on the field and off the field, but it's hard watching being an older head, and I suppose I could probably bring a bit of experience in the last month or so, and that's what hurts me, watching the boys go around and falling short in a few games. I want to be out there trying to help out.
Live from McDonald Jones Stadium, this is KOFM NRL.
A big signing for the Newcastle Knights at the beginning of the year was Mitchell Pearce, arguably the biggest in club's history. Everything was sailing along just nice, and then unfortunately, Round 7 at Tamworth up against the West Tigers. Mitch had an unfortunate injury. He's been good enough to join us this afternoon. Good afternoon, Mitch.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Mate, how are we tracking? How's the rehabilitation for the pec going?
Yeah, it's coming along well. They say it's ahead of schedule, which is good to hear. So hopefully be back in about 3 weeks. Got my mind hopefully on the para game. Sometimes when you get injured, you actually get gains in the gym, you actually get stronger because it gives you an opportunity to really knuckle down on strength work and more specific stuff away from the whole team. So I feel like I've improved a lot in my physicality. I've probably made some gains that you wouldn't normally gain during the season. And the only thing you miss out on, which is playing a bit of catch up the last 2 weeks, is getting back with the team and getting your timing back. And that's always the hard thing, coming back from a long stint out. But hopefully my timing comes back quick and I can have an impact on the team.
Great news because Junior's got through probably 2.5 weeks of full training with the team, and the medical staff will give him a tick of approval. The whole team will get a good lift out of it, and we have been in a little bit of a flatter sort of period. We're coming off a couple of losses now, so that little lift will be good for the confidence of the whole group.